Welcome to the Bethlehem Corner. My name is Janine Santoro, and I currently serve the City of Bethlehem as the Director of Equity and Inclusion. Today, we are here in Bethlehem's Town Hall getting ready for an upcoming exhibit organized by the Bethlehem Fine Arts Commission called Another Point of View for Visually Impaired Artists. Thanks for joining us. Jim, you've been putting up these wonderful exhibits for a long time through Bethlehem Fine Arts Commission. Can you talk to us about the significance of this specific exhibit and the process?
I'm part of the Bethlehem Fine Arts Commission. I'm a co-chair along with Richard Begbie. We have shows every 6 weeks of different artists, be they solo artists, group artists, show, or art organizations. This particular show came to be when one of the artists in this show, Mary Ann Dunwoodie, sent examples of her artwork to us. And from that point, the committee decided what a wonderful idea if we would combine her work with some other artists that have low vision. We went to a organization called Sights for Hope with Rita Lang and got a lot of advice and encouragement. And we were able to get Mary Ann, Michael Freeman, Terry Newhard, and Dianne Michels, who all have varying degrees of vision. Plus, you have all these different styles and media. And it brought about a very strong show. We wanted to have the show also be for the sighted community, not only the low vision. So we had to create Braille overlays on the signs.
And can you talk to us about the upcoming reception? Who do you hope comes, and what's the story you want to tell at that reception?
Well, the reception is on October 6th from 2 to 4. The artist will be here. We're working on having music by a blind violinist. And the artists will talk about their work and their experience to create. You know, just their dedication to the craft is amazing. And I think when you come to the show, not only will you appreciate the artwork, but their creative process, how they overcome their own obstacles or limitations and truly bring out the best in everything.
Mary Ann, you are actually really well known in the Lehigh Valley for your work. I believe on one radio show it's called Dunwoodieism. Is that correct?
Yes, on the podcast, yes.
Yeah, so can you talk to us a little bit about your visual capabilities and what inspired you to get into art?
Okay, well, it was kind of like trying to bring awareness to people have different acuities of vision loss. And there are a lot of, disabled artists out there and a lot of talent also that, you don't have to be disabled that goes unrecognized or people never get to show their work. And I've been blessed with that. And I only have very little vision in the left eye. So I have a tendency to lean to the left. So I use a lot of tape to, center myself and, my mind is still good, even though I can't really see something or I see it differently than you might. I remember, in my head, and I feel the brushes to see which, ones I need for fatter or thinner lines or whatever. And I don't see color well anymore, but I do remember in my mind, the vividness of colors and the brilliance of them.
Wow. And you've had shows at Southside Lofts before,
yes.
And you have not just organized your own art, you have been an organizer for community art. Can you talk to us about what that process has been like for you?
It's been a wonderful experience with bringing artists in that have never shown their work before. And they're very proud and puffed up, kind of thing. Because I remember my first time and how, it was overwhelming and it was so cool, So I try to give people that opportunity.
What do you want them to get out of seeing the different artists here? What do you want them to learn? Other takeaways?
That, just because you have vision loss or some kind of disability or you're different, you're still unique. And art is a way of communication, and we all have something to say.
So Terry, we see by your bio here that you are colorblind and you apparently have no artistic background.
As you can see.
Which does not seem to be the case to the viewer. But can you tell us how you got started painting?
Sure. I was riding my bike down through Stockton, New Jersey, saw a guy painting, loved his stuff. I said, "Hey, I love your stuff." He said, "Well, you should take a lesson." I said, "I'm not the right guy. I got no artistic background. I'm colorblind." But I took some lessons and really enjoyed it. And then when I retired, I thought, well, I got to do something for the other side of my brain. I'm done making decisions for a while. And so it's really been that kind of Zen experience where I'm, deciding between colors that I don't even know what color they are, and then trying to come up with a painting from there.
Wow. And I know before you had mentioned that you sometimes create paintings and you're about to throw them out. You had an interesting experience with someone that said they wanted that painting.
Yeah.
Right?
So sometimes you make paintings, you just don't like them. And you either paint over them or you throw them out. So I threw one out and this woman called. She said, I saw it on your website. I love this painting. I said, oh, okay. I didn't want to insult her. So yeah, that's a great painting. Right? So she wanted a bigger size. And so I painted it and she loved it. And it's the centerpiece of her fireplace on a beautiful home in Bucks County. So sometimes you just don't know that somebody else likes your stuff when you don't appreciate it.
Absolutely. Can you tell us about what it's been like for you to all of a sudden go from something that is a Zen experience to all of a sudden having multiple shows a year? What that's been like for you?
The shows are just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like talking to people. So I really do the shows to talk to people. And if I sell a painting, that's great. So yeah, I'll do 4 or 5 shows a year. And then I'll, do a good show. I sell 7 to 10 paintings. So it's more about the fun of being out there and interacting and talking to people than anything else.
Michael, can you tell us a little bit about your process? What got you into art? What inspires you to create such wonderful abstract pieces?
First of all, this painting here that we're seeing by is called Anxiety. It's representing me as an artist with my vision impairment, having low vision and partly colorblind, and growing up with the vision impairment. This is all that I put out on the canvas with all the different colors. So it's all different emotion. So my process of art is really not like I have a concept. It's really just going about my emotions. I listen to a lot of music. I really, depending on where I'm working at, the lighting and everything. So this is representing that no matter what you're going through, your anxieties, depression, we all get anxieties, letting you know it's okay not to be okay, but you can still move forward. Why I got into the art, doing art, one was I heard from one of my therapists, going to therapy, try art, it's therapeutic, and I found out to be. I was diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, stress, and depression because I was physically and mentally sexually abused as well growing up. So imagine all that. And then I just put it out here on the canvas with all the colors. So I do layer a lot because I want everybody to experience my artwork, whether you have eyesight or not. But also for those with visual impairments or legally blind, they can't really see the artwork. So what I'm doing is the thicker texture to help them touch the artwork so they can connect to the artwork a little bit more than just looking at it. Some of the bright colors you see in here is representing that I'm feeling better about myself. And then some of the dark colors and the white colors are, I'm feeling not that great. So that's what this painting is. And getting out that it's okay not to be okay, but you can find a way through art to get your emotions and stress out.
I think that's a message so many of us need to hear nowadays. Dianne, thanks for being here. It's really exciting to see your work come into the gallery today. Can you tell us a little bit about your process? How do you get such fine detail in each of your works?
Yeah, I used to have a little bit better vision when I was a child. I was still legally blind, but I could see a little bit better. I wanted to be able to use art to help me just cope with like whatever life realities are. So that drove me to try to be more inventive with how to do it because of my diminishing vision. So it was a process. One of the things I do is I take a photo and I print it on plain paper and I fold it into squares, and then I can make grid lines on my canvas, and then I can find out where things are. I have tunnel vision, which is like a tiny spot of vision. If I'm not looking right at something, I don't see it. So my problem is I get lost on a page sometimes, or I might start the horizon on the left-hand side a little bit farther down than on the right and realize, whoopsies, I've got 2 horizons. So I've had to be really inventive. And I am also colorblind. So I label all my pencils. I use pastel pencils mostly, although I will use pastel sticks as well. Those are harder for me because of the color issues. So I arrange the sticks in trays. Like I have a blue-green tray and I have a yellow-green tray, a red tray. I'm like, I can't tell the difference between red or orange or pink. I can't tell the difference between blue-green and yellow-green. So one time I made my grass aqua and I thought it looked great. And you know, if you're doing abstract, that's great, but that's not what I'm going for. I like to go for what is perceived by the eye, which is really strange because I'm not seeing it. So, you know, unless it's up at my nose, I can't see it. So, but this is a way for me to connect with nature and the outside world by finding a picture that I enjoy and just bringing it to life on the canvas. I think what you really need to do is have a good attitude. If you think you can't do something because of a disability, then you've just closed your mind to any solution. But if you realize, okay, it might be a little bit harder to do, you know, but let's find a way around it, like problem solve, you know, and that makes a big difference. So that's what I do. And so I've learned a lot in the last, 5 years about art and things that I did not know. Like I don't know perspective. So I've had to learn that too. But I take classes at Bomb School with Jackie Meyerson, and she's been really patient with me. But it's been a journey because, I'm probably her first blind student. And that's the first time I've done pastels. I had to give up oils and acrylics because of my loss of vision. So this has been really so fun for me to be able to do art and to just bring things out in life. It's just been enjoyable.
Thank you so much for the thoughtful process you put into this and the thoughtful organization. We really hope that our community comes out to the reception and really learns a lot from the artists directly. But how long will this exhibit be taking place for?
It will be 6 weeks until early November. The BFAC, Bethlehem Fine Arts Commission, goal is to promote the arts in the valley. And we fortunately have Mayor Reynolds and yourself and the staff at City Hall helping us to bring out these free shows to everyone in our community.
Wonderful. We are so grateful for everything you do for the community and for City Hall. So thank you for organizing this event. And I hope the community, this is a good departure point for them to see what is offered by the Bethlehem Fine Arts Commission, and that they can enjoy some of the other upcoming events as well.
Thank you.